When it comes to communicating with diverse minds, whether you be neurodiverse, neurodivergent, or have loved ones who are extreme lateral creative thinkers, sometimes communication can be hard. It can be hard for all human beings. So I wanted to share some communication tips to help us communicate with one another. Now, first and foremost, I'm dyslexic and dyspraxic, so I have got overlays, coloured overlays for my reading materials, so that I can take it in and see it better, as well as glasses. And then I've also got my tinted boards that I'm going to start using as well. I've not tried these ones yet, but I'm going to try use them because I always seem to lose my overlays. But the power of communication is that we can do it in a multitude of ways, so it doesn't have to be one size fits all. Often with communication, like I've got power thought cards here, 365 days of yoga, a year of living your yoga, and fitness books. We can communicate through our bodies, through our words, and also through sign language perhaps. I've just been studying sign language, and also through multiple ways such as reading, writing to one another, drawing, art. The best thing with communication is that no one size fits all, but that actually we can look at working on different ways to communicate with one another. That's what I love about dance as well. You can tell a dance story or a yoga story. You can tell people stories or listen and hear their stories in different ways. So you might first and foremost know whether what kind of learner you are. Are you kinesthetic? Do you like to touch and do things, or do you like to just read it and take it in? Trying to work out what learner you are. So even with the washing machine in the background, some of you might have been distracted by that noise, whereas for me, I like lots of noises going on, and I like to be quite active, and when I'm learning, I'm better just walking around doing it rather than being sat down really quietly, intently. And that's the best thing with communication. We can do it through our bodies, through dance and movement, however that works for you. Or we can do it through the written word, the spoken word. There are so many different ways, even with our hand gestures, that we can communicate. But we can also listen to one another, listen to their body language, listen to all sorts of subtleties. Now, you might have even noticed that when I talk about noise, it's not always verbal noise. So I get distracted more by other people's vibes than I do actual audio, like podcast noise or whatnot. So actually people's vibes can really impact me much more than other people's voices. So it's really important to start to kind of learn to know your body and what works for you, but also how to communicate with someone else. Actually ask them if they know how best they relate to you, or maybe it is through sign, maybe it is through visuals, or maybe it is through the written word. So I'm a total mix mash because I'm dyslexic and dyspraxic. Words are sometimes too much, and there's the door, so we better go. But I'd love to know what you think. Just message me at Mama May Blog and at The Sparkle Coach, and let's listen to one another and hear one another, and it's always nice to see you live.